Hello, welcome back to Sorare Assist. Adam here, and I've got some more transfer news for you today in the world of Sorare. If you like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up, use the link below to get a free limited card and 13 common card. You can also now get all the latest transfer news as well on my Patreon, as well as weekly scouting, and I'm also covering the pre-season as well for all the Sorare licensed teams. So check that out, there is a link in the description below if you did want to check out the Patreon. Okay, let's get stuck into the transfer rumours for the last 7 days then. Always remember, none of this information is financial advice. And the first one is, obviously, this is one that you guys already probably know about, that Malacia has now signed for Manchester United from Feyenoord. This has also been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano as well. 15 million plus 2 million in add-ons to Feyenoord. So this is obviously a really good signing for United. About time they started signing some players. I'm a Manchester United supporter and I'm definitely hoping that Ronaldo will be staying. So if we look at Malacia then, so as you can see he's only 22. Still, he had a good season last season, L15 of 47 and L40 of 52. He's 81 for his limited at the moment, around 484 for his rare. If we look at some of his scores then, in the last year he's got 7 assists, 1 goal. He's got a good all-round score by the looks of things, and he's got some decent scores here for as well for a young player, including 2 100 scores as well. Now I don't expect him to be on the same sort of form that he was on at Feyenoord, and whether he's going to be first choice or not remains to be seen. I certainly hope so. If it's a choice between him and Luke Shaw, I think I'd probably prefer Malacia. And obviously we've got Tellez as well, who I do like, but whether he's going to be staying or not, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Okay, so the next information we've got here is that Luke de Jong has now signed for PSV from Seville. Now, this is going to be a good move for de Jong. He's obviously not been getting as much playing time at Barcelona, and he had a fantastic season last time he was at PSV, which was the 2018-19 season, where he scored over 20 goals for them. Now he's obviously moving back to the same club in the same division, so whether he can replicate that or not, I don't know, but I do think he is going to score plenty of goals at his new club. He's going for around £87 at the minute for his limited, and around 817 for his rare card. Now we can see some scores here. Now obviously all these games, some of them are sub appearances, that sort of thing. And these higher scores where he would have had a big bit part and actually scored off the bench potentially. He is capable of getting the goals though, and definitely a decent one potentially for next season. Now he's playing for PSV again. So there's news here that Alessandro Florenzi has now signed at AC Milan. He was actually loaned last season to AC Milan from Roma, but it looks now is set to make a commitment to Milan until June 2025. Last season, it has to be said, he was in and out of the team for Milan, but now he is a permanent fixture in their squad. Maybe he's going to get some more playing time potentially. And he is a decent player when he does play for the SO5 scoring matrix. His style of play does suit the scoring matrix. He's a very attacking fullback, and it'll be interesting to see what happens next season with AC Milan. Now he's a permanent fixture at the club. So I've got more news about Manchester United here, and that is that Manchester United are the biggest candidate to take over Lisandro Martinez from Ajax. The Argentine defender has been an interest of Arsenal as well for some time, but the 24-year-old player would like to continue playing under Erik ten Hag, who is of course the new Manchester United manager. Now this hasn't actually been confirmed yet, but there is heavy rumours that this could potentially confirmed in the coming days for the signing of Martinez to Manchester United. Martinez is still only 24 as well, so another young player. His limited is going for around 294 at the minute, and his rare is going for around 1,700, which does seem a hefty price, but obviously this is because he was on fantastic form for Ajax. Again, I don't expect that form to carry on at Manchester United, so obviously he's going to be playing in a tougher league, but as you can see, he's got some absolutely fantastic scores. His all-round score is ridiculous, 36.7. His all-round score, and as you can see he's got all these 100 scores as well. So fantastic player, but as I say, I don't expect him to carry on these sort of scores in the Premier League. Some news here about Diego Lopez. Now, he's now signed for Rayo Vallecano on a permanent contract. Was, of course, number one at Espanyol last season, and now, as I say, is signed for Rayo Vallecano. Now, of course, Rayo Vallecano do already have the Macedonian international Dimitrievski as their number one at the moment. There has been rumours that he could potentially be moving there. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. But Diego Lopez is definitely going to be challenging Dimitrievski for that number one spot, I would have thought. So this could be an interesting one. His limited at the moment is going for around 23 and his rare is going for around 254. And look at his scores, he's got some decent scores as well for a goalkeeper, as you can see here. So it looks like a potentially good option if he does become the number one at Rayo Vallecano. It's got news here that Stefano Sensi has signed for Monza. Now, Monza have obviously just been promoted to the Italian Serie A, and Sensi should be one of the main men for Monza next season. He's going for £29 at the minute for his limited and around 157 for his rare. Now, he has been suffering with injuries as well recently, and he was playing for Sampdoria last season as well. Did have a few games for them, didn't really take off though. His debut was really good, he actually scored in a 4-0 victory. But then it tailed off again, unfortunately, and he did miss the last few games. It looks like he started these games here as well. This one here on the bench, so don't know if he was a definite first choice at Sampdoria. But we'll see how he gets on at Monza, but it's definitely got the style of play to succeed if he can find his form and stay away from injuries. So I've got some goalkeeper news here. A verbal agreement has been agreed between Jan Sommer and Nice. Discussions continue between the Aglons and Mönchengladbach for the transfer of the international Switzerland goalkeeper. So could Sommer be on his way to Nice? Looking very likely, judging by this. He's going for around 145 for his limited at the moment and 1,107 for his rare card. He's of course currently playing for Mönchengladbach. He's 33 now, he is an international for Switzerland as well. He's got an L15 of 45 and an L40 of 48. Decent scores as well, as you can see, from a goalkeeper, and he's kept 10 clean sheets in the last year. So very decent option in that goalkeeper slot. Some news from Mexico here, and that is that Eduardo Silvio has now signed for Pumas in the Mexican division. He's signed from Boca Juniors. He's got an L15 of 45 and L40 of 40. He's going for around £14 for his limited at the moment and 129 for his rare card. He is certainly capable of getting the goals though when he is getting some game time, and he has showed some really good goal threat in the matches that he has played. So he could do really well at the Pumas, especially if he's a first choice player, which I would have thought he will be at his new club. Now, this could be a big transfer. Atletico Mineiro have now signed Christian Pavon from Boca Juniors. Absolutely fantastic player, this guy. Really suits the scoring matrix as well, his style of play. And I do expect him to be a first choice player for Atletico Mineiro. He was injured recently. I don't know if he's still injured or if he's still coming back from his injury. But when he is back to full fitness, I do expect him to be a very important part for Atletico Mineiro. And I expect him to be getting some fantastic scores. At the moment, he's going for around 37 for his limited and around 335 for his rare card. If we have a look at his scores history, as you can see, this is the period I was talking about where he has been injured. Now, he's got some scores here, as you can see here, for Boca. Some of these are sub appearances though, that has to be noted. He's played 90 here though, got 85. Played 70 minutes here, got 66. 89 here, got 72. And he also, in his last game for Boca, played 87 minutes and got a 100 score there. These ones here are where he's played as a sub by the looks of things. But if we look at his full score graph when he was getting regular first team football, this is going to show you what he was actually capable of. As you can see here, some absolutely fantastic scores. This is when he was playing in the MLS. But he has got the play style that is really suited to the Sorare scoring matrix. And I expect him to do really well in Brazil at his new club. And he's obviously playing for a top side as well in the Brazilian league. Another player that could do really well at his new club is Gus Till, who's now signed for PSV from Feyenoord. There's another one whose style of play really suits the scoring matrix. And if he can be a first choice at PSV, there's another one that I really expect to crack on. He's got a limited price of 52 and a rare price of 377. He's got an L15 of 45 and L40 of 50. He's not played 100% of the games though, and hopefully will get more game time at PSV. But as you can see from his score graph here, considering he wasn't always a first choice player, he's got some really good scores, and he's also scored 22 goals and 5 assists in the last year. So looking very promising, could be a really good signing for PSV. Some really good news here for Barca fans, and that is that Franck Kessie has now joined Barcelona. It's a good signing for Barcelona this. He's only 25, Kessie. Was playing for AC Milan last season. L15 of 46, L40 of 50. He's going for around 66 at the minute for his limited and around 404 for his rare card, which doesn't look too bad to me. And he's got some decent scores as well, as you can see here. Some of these scores would probably help with the fact that he was the penalty taker at AC Milan. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case at Barcelona, but he's obviously going to be playing for a better club, and I expect him to potentially increase on these scores, so he could be another viable option. Some more news about Barcelona as well, and that is that Umtiti has now signed for Rennes in the French Ligue 1. So the 28-year-old has not really been in the Barcelona team recently, unfortunately, but he is definitely capable of getting some decent scores when he is playing first team football. His limited is going for around £40 at the minute, his rare is going for around 254. And if he's injury free, you could expect him to be the potentially first choice player at Rennes. He's obviously going to be playing in an easier league as well, so this could potentially be really good for Umtiti's utility in the SO5 tournaments. So, Club Brugge striker Luis Openda, who has just scored his first international team goal, will apparently join Lens in the French Ligue 1. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a good move or not for Openda card holders. He's obviously moving to a slightly harder league potentially, so I don't know if he's still going to be getting the sort of scores that he was getting at his old club for Vitesse. He's going for around £114 at the moment for his limited, around 610 for his rare. He's of course recently got into the international team as well for Belgium, so it does look to be a really good prospect. You never know, he could continue his goal scoring form at Lens. In the last year he scored 24 goals and also got 4 assists. So as you can see, he's got some really decent scores as well from his score graph. So whether this is going to be a good move for card holders or not, we'll have to wait and see when next season arrives. The final story this week, and one that I'm happy about, and that is that Christian Eriksen has now signed for Manchester United. I think it's a fantastic signing for United. I'm a big fan of Christian Eriksen. He's a fantastic player. He's really going to suit Ten Hag's system as well, and I expect that he'll play in one of the attacking front three roles. I think he's really going to be a really good signing for United. Now at the moment his rare is going for around 1,125, so it looks like his price has gone up quite a lot. I was looking at him about 2 months ago. I think he was selling for around £800 then, but now he is going for around 1,125. So an L15 of 62 and L40 of 60. Now this is impressive considering he was playing for Brentford last season. No offence Brentford fans, but I do think he's going to carry on this form at Manchester United, even though United, as we know, are shocking at the moment. Okay, that was all the transfer rumours for this week. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up. Use the link below to get a free limited card and 13 common card. If you want regular transfer news and my opinions on the players, then do join my Patreon. You can also get some pre-season scouting on there at the moment as well, and regular scouting as well from me for all the fixtures in the Sorare world. Okay guys, thanks for watching as always. See you again on the next video.